Oh, yeah. It's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time again. It's a little hot. I feel like the sound is a little hot. How's that? Is that better? Maybe a little? Trying a new 2021 mix for my audio. Because I like mixing it up, ladies and gentlemen. I like mixing it up. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2021. Hola, Omi. Hola, hola, hola. Aaron Radcliffe in the house. How are you? Happy New Year. It is great to see you guys here. You bring me so much happiness and joy, I can't even tell you. Wait a second. Putting that up. All right. There. I'm like reading these meters. Yeah. That, ladies and gentlemen, was 19th Floor by Bobby Richards in the dance and electronic genre, mood dark. I just picked the first song that's on the list. I think it's alphabetical. It was 19th. I don't know. I don't know. It just says free music. And I picked the one that's on top. How are you? How are you? Happy New Year. All right, hold on, wait. Set up graphics. I want to set up a graphic. Simple. Richard Grass in the house. What's up, my man? What is up? Is that working? Did I do that right? No, of course I didn't do that right. Hold on. I love like putting the Facebook overlay on. It's fun for me. There, look at that. Look at that. How about that? Did that work? Did that work? Yeah! Look at that. It's a bilingual show. Hola, mi amigo. Don't you love the Spanish language? Don't you love it? It's just fun. It's just fun. Like all right. What's your favorite language to hear? Happy New Year, Richard Grass, my friend, my man. What is up? I feel like French is they just always want sex. Just every word. Every word out of their mouth is like, let's go have sex. That's all I hear when I hear people speaking French. That's all I hear. I don't think it's unfair to say that like languages like Chinese don't sound too good. I don't know. Is that racist? Is it racist to say that I don't enjoy the sound of Chinese language? I'm not saying I have anything against Chinese people. In fact, I rather like Chinese people. I had Chinese food. Is that what people are saying now? I'm not racist. I had Chinese food. No, I don't have an emotional feeling about Chinese people one way or another. They're fine. They're just people. But let's Spanish. Yeah. Hey, Gary, what is up, my man? What is up? Omi says Spanish is her favorite one. Yeah, Aaron, your tree is still up? Yeah, I heard my wife Rocky speaking in hushed tones to her mother that she was going to be taking the tree down soon. And then she said, and everybody's in my house is going to complain. Be sad. Yeah! But then as an olive branch of kindness, she mentioned that maybe we should get some like cool lights and put them around the house. So that was nice. Omi says, yeah, okay. Omi's right. Okay, this is true. I'm just gonna say this. Spanish and Italian are romantic and beautiful. German sounds angry. Yes. Okay. Now, it does sound angry. Everything about German sounds angry. To me, Russian sounds angry and we will be taking over the world. Although German definitely has that feeling to it too. I love. Here, let's listen to some Russian language. Russian language. Let's listen. Let's listen. Let me just take some. Let's go to the YouTube. Let's go there. Let's listen. Lesson 1 here. Zero to fluency.
Hello everyone, Daria here, and
love her already. I love her already. Look at her. She's adorable. She put Russian with a heart.
welcome to my new Russian language course.
I am already signing up. Dari's already got 4.2 million views. Everybody loves Dari. There's something about Russians that are lovable.
Here we're gonna learn the Russian language
But I do feel like Dari could eat your jugular if she wanted to.
from scratch, from zero. So if you know anyone who wants to learn Russian, let them know about this video. No, depends on your native language.
I just want to hear the Russian.
Привет.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm saying привет to you, and you say привет, Daria. That's my name. Let me write it down
Daria.
so we can know each other properly.
I can't do
That's
it,
my
Daria.
name.
I can't do it.
Daria.
Daria. I
So
can say
I'm
Daria.
saying привет, you
Привет.
respond
Привет.
привет, Daria. Let's
Привет,
try.
Daria.
Привет.
Привет, Daria.
Exactly.
Thanks,
that
Daria.
works.
Oh, she is so positive. I love that. I love that. Yeah. Oh, Native American. Really? Okay. Love and forgiveness. Yeah, love and forgiveness is the game. Okay, Okay. Native American. Native American. Okay. Wait. That's not how you spell it in American. Native American. Talk. I don't know how to do this. No, not about
older
race.
white men come up to me and
No. I get it. I just wanna. Oh, let's listen to Cherokee. There is something very earthy about that, isn't it? I mean, it might be just the fact that I'm looking at Earth.
The isolation that contributed.
I don't care if they didn't understand me. I get after them if I speak hard names.
Was home to numerous
I just want
assigned
people. All right,
new.
never mind. That's all I got. It's not easy to find. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what Trump did. You're right. Oh, me. He says, I'm not racist, and he posted a picture of taco salad for Cinco de Mayo. Christine Shaw in the house. How are you? Happy New Year. Okay. Yeah, so Omi needs a way to interact and carry on with the Sunday cleanings. Yeah. I feel like eventually, hold on, that's not an attractive picture of the background like that. I feel like I think weird things. I don't know, maybe they're not weird. I don't know. But I was really amazed this week when I was walking from CVS to the car, and I'm just like, how am I doing this? How am I just walking, there's a lot involved in walking. And granted, I've been doing it for nearly 50 years, but everybody catches on. I mean, a puppy can learn how to walk like in a first day. I mean, he can swim like day 2. Like, just thinking about that, all the mechanisms of walking, and you're just like, I'm going to walk to the car. And you don't have to remind yourself. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to be like, I need all my attention on walking to the car. I will walk to the car. I will walk to the cars. You don't like end up seeing something sparkly and just end up in the woods. I mean, sometimes you do if you're really messed up on some sort of drug. But normally you just say, I'm leaving CVS. I'm walking to the car, and you walk to the car. I just feel like eventually the internet's going to be that way, Omi. That you're just going to be like, you're doing your stuff, and you just think, Italian and Spanish is my favorite language. And then it'll just come up on the thing. That's what I hope, I think. Okay, yeah. Omi says Czech, Russian, and Slovak all sound the same. Yeah, those are very similar. I don't know if I know I don't know if I could tell those apart for sure. But then Brandy says Swahili and Laganda. I have friends in Uganda, and they also speak English. I love their accents. Okay, I want to hear Swahili. Wait, I want to hear Swahili. You say Swahili language spoken.
Fun way to learn Swahili.
I love it already.
Hamjamboni.
Hi.
Mimi ni Medina.
Yes.
Shukran kwa kuungana na mimi katika kipindi hii.
No.
Hi everybody. I'm Medina.
Oh, she's amazing.
Thank you for joining me.
Of course.
In this series, you're going to learn basic Swahili expressions. It's super easy.
It is?
And it only takes 3 minutes.
3 minutes, I can learn the whole
And
language?
in this first lesson, you're going to learn how to introduce yourself in Swahili.
Okay.
You learn both an informal and formal way to do it.
Okay, let's do it.
But unlike many other languages, there is not a very big difference between informal and formal speech in Swahili.
Because they're so chill and cool.
First, let's see how Kenyan people introduce themselves in an informal situation.
Okay, let's hear it.
Habari.
Habari.
Mimi ni Medina. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe.
Wait a second. Why is the entire language like a cool poem? Habari, mimi ni Medina. Mimi ni Medina. Nina faru kakatona na wewe. I can't. That's amazing.
Hi, I'm Medina. Nice to meet you.
Wait, why is it Mimi ni Medina? Am I Mimi ni Sage?
Habari. Mimi ni Medina. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe.
Nana furaha kukatana na wewe.
Let's break it down.
Yeah, let's. What's the
Start
Mimi
with the
thing?
greeting.
Yes.
Habari.
Habari.
Then, Mimi ni.
Oh, Mimi
which
ni.
is followed by your name.
I'm.
Next,
Mimi
say
ni.
the phrase,
Mimi ni Medina.
Nina furaha kukutana na wewe.
Furahu kakatana
Nice to
na
meet
wewe.
you.
Nice to meet you. Look at that. I love that. You're right. That's lovely. What? Okay, now. Omi said, I used to listen to Sleep Learning Russian because I was sure they were going to invade and they wanted to understand what they were saying. Sleep Learning, what? You just played it while you were sleeping? That's pretty good. There's a huge indigenous presence on TikTok. Oh, I have seen some Native Americans on TikTok. That is cool. Omi says, let's look up the Notorious Cree. Okay, let's do it. Let's just do it. Wait. On TikTok. Wait. Notorious Cree. Oh. Wait. I know what we want. Notorious Cree TikTok. Can I watch TikTok here?
Okay, so today I decided to teach one of my good friends some traditional hoop dancing.
Cool.
This is Elijah, and he's actually a champion powwow fancy dancer, so let's see how he picks it up. Hoop dancing is actually a healing dance and was originally done in a healing ceremony. So we got the eagle down. Let's see if we can do the butterfly and end with Mother Earth.
Wow.
What ya hey? Okay, so today I decided to teach
Okay, that's super cool. Let's see. If oh, he's adding cool. Oh, it's so fun. Yes, please. Yes, please. Sweet. Okay, I love how he's like mixing contemporary music with cool Native American dance. All right, that's amazing. Amazing. If you guys want to follow Notorious Cree on TikTok and ruin your life forever because TikTok is so addictive, you go there. There, go there. Okay, that's amazing, Omi. That's amazing. Okay. Okay, I said happy. Okay. Language of road rage is the worst. And that's what Gary said. The language of road rage is the worst. It is the worst. And then Omi says, I suffer, my guy. Yes, yes. And then, okay, so sleep language is like, yeah, it's like muscle memory. Carol says, good morning, Sage. I'm just checking in before I go to church. Great to hear your voice and know you're still speaking activism. Best wishes for the New Year's. Carol, it's wonderful to see you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Thank you for stopping by. It's lovely to see you. Well, well-being here is that important for me. Yeah, know that. Right. That's what Omi says. Well-being here is that important for me. Yeah. Then Mimi says, Omi says, I wonder if Mimi is feminine. I think it's Mimi Ni. I think Mimi is just I think. I don't know. So isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful to be able to just type in a thing and hear somebody else speak, or seeing that guy dance, that hoop dance? The internet is like nuclear energy, I think. It's like that. Like the internet literally could turn us all into insidious, diseased, mentally diseased, and evil monsters, or it could turn us into the most understanding, compassionate people to ever grace planet Earth. Like, I feel like the internet is this tool of like cosmic philosophers of like, they're saying, all right, we can't decide if you guys are innately good or innately bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to create this internet thing where you guys can find all the information, all the connections, totally, almost virtually for free. And let's see what you do with it. And then they're just sitting back watching. Like it's the God Club sociology coffee gathering, you know? They're like, what? I want to know if those crazy humans you created are good or bad. And then they're all like, oh, they're good. And they're like, oh, look, they're totally bad. And then they just go back and forth, and they're like, okay, I got an idea. We're gonna make a test. I got this new thing. We're gonna give them the internet, okay? The internet. And of course the gods all know they're not ready for the internet. No. It's wait, just listen to me. Listen. We're going to give them the internet, okay? We're going to give them, they don't even need a lot of time. Like, okay, hold on. When was the World Wide Web invented? Do you guys know? Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web in 1989, okay? All right. So, but then, like we didn't even see it until like mid to late 90s, you know. Okay. When did AOL happen?
May 24th, 1985.
1985. Okay.
According to Time magazine, it was May 24th.
I don't need to hear it all. Okay. Yeah, you were close, Omi. That was good. That was really good. So yeah, the gods send down. We saw it in like 94, 96. I agree, Omi. That's exactly when I feel like I saw it. I just got out of college in 94. And, wait. Is that right? Yeah, I got out of college in 94, and it was just coming into the college at that point in time. So they send us the internet, and they're like, okay, let's just see what they do, okay? And so I feel like the internet is this tool that is neither bad nor good, but is indeed powerful, okay? Okay, it's not bad or good. Yeah. So Omi was in middle school and AOL ruled her life. Yeah. Whoa, Aaron has been on the internet since 1990. That's amazing. Wow. And then Omi said, I made my first pen pal on the internet on IRC. Wow, a boy from South Africa. What? See, it's like that, right? So maybe, I don't know, is it possible that we are not either good or bad? We are... we can be both, right? What if we're just both? What if, like, some are good and some are bad? And what if we are equally both? I'm really into the yin and the yang, and also the Star Wars The Force. And I believe, okay, yeah, Omi says we merely exist. Yeah, like the internet. Isn't that interesting that, like, we merely exist? God, you're dropping some solid, interesting stuff. Like Schrodinger's cat, says Omi. Yeah. Okay, and Brandy says, we're curious. That's what the universal thing is. And then Omi says, no, we all possess the ability to be good and bad. Yeah. Okay. And then Omi says, it's not I'm bad, he's good. It's I'm good sometimes and I'm bad sometimes. Yeah. That's right. That's right. So, are we trying to, is it futile to even try not to be bad? Or how about this? If you're going to be good, your badness is going to try and meet it. You know what I'm saying? Does anybody know if Martin Luther King was actually did he sleep around? I haven't really followed it, but look at this wisdom. Omi says we have to be bad. Without bad, what would good be? And then Omi says we have to balance it out. See, that was the story that, like, blew my mind in Star Wars, was that Yoda was all like, we must balance the Force. We must balance the Force. And he was right, but what he, I think, misunderstood was the Force was balanced. It was not balanced. It was too on the side of good. And so the Force had to get balanced with Darth Vader. And the whole series is balancing the Force. When the good goes down, the bad goes down. When the good goes up, the bad goes up. What do you think? Aaron says Merc. Yeah, that's IRC, Internet Relay Chat. I can't remember what the M stands for. Was the international chat of the time. My mom lived on MIRC. Almost cost her a marriage. Too much time online. Too much money spent back then. So look, because you were saying you had to pay by the minute back then. So there it is, where the good itself becomes bad. Not only can bad people just be bad, but the good can become bad. In the world of addiction, it's called codependence, where you take care of the addict so much that they have no desire to be anything other than an addict. Omi says, okay, so imagine there has to be this much suffering in the world. It has to be. So when you do something to relieve some pain, that pain is created somewhere else in the world to keep that balance. That's what I'm wondering, Omi. Did you guys watch the new Wonder Woman? What is it, Wonder Woman 1984? It got a total bad rap, and I feel that is terrible because it was a great movie. Because it's all about this. Every good thing had to have a bad thing. Don't you feel like that was what Donald Trump was? Omi, you don't like those kinds of movies? Why not? Just out of curiosity. Do you not like superhero movies? Just curious. Don't you feel like Black Lives Matter moved forward? And when did Black Lives Matter start? Do you guys know? Take a guess. When did Black Lives Matter start? In July 13th of 2013. Okay? Black Lives Matter started on July 13th, 2013. Okay? It was, here, I'll show you. It's a decentralized political and social movement advocating for nonviolent civil disobedience and protest against incidents of police brutality and all racially motivated violence against black people. And then it said that on July 13th, the movement began to use the hashtag Black Lives Matter on social media after the acquittal of George Zimmerman and the shooting death of the African-American teen Trayvon Martin. These were all terrible. These were terrible, terrible experiences, right? Do you remember Trayvon Martin? Right? Do you remember this young man? 17-year-old African-American from Miami Gardens was fatally shot in Sanford, Florida by George Zimmerman, a Hispanic American. Interestingly, right? A Hispanic American, not a white guy. And then we just to refresh your memory, George Zimmerman, American fatally shot. Oh, this is George Zimmerman. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the guy. Sorry. So that was what it was. Says it was shot in self-defense. And then the police said there was no evidence to refute his claim of self-defense, and then Florida's stand your ground law prohibited him from arresting or charging him. After national media focus of the incident, Zimmerman was eventually charged and tried, but the jury acquitted him of second-degree murder and manslaughter. That was what was the start of Black Lives Matter. So don't you think that Black Lives Matter got national attention, and don't you think you can give a heaping dose of credit to the fact that even if Donald Trump himself is not racist, I don't know who's racist and who's not racist. It's an internal thing, right? And by racist, I mean overtly against a general race of people. You know what I'm saying? Not like that. In this case, I'm not talking about like, ignorant racism where you're just like, don't all black people like chicken and watermelon? Which they don't. I have black friends that don't like chicken and watermelon, so just let's get that out there, okay? I have gay friends that are mean and sloppy. Not all gay people are nice and neat, okay? That kind of is ignorant racism. Still racism, or whatever you want to call genderism, or even the gay community, but not like I hate black people. That's overt racism in my mind, okay? So, yeah, like Omi says, and I'm going to go back on these comments. Omi says, so racism is a spectrum. For sure it is. I want to get back to the superhero thing here. We'll get back to it. Okay, so I want to see what... So Omi says... I was talking to my kids last night about presidents, about how they had legacies before. Outside of the big deals, ending slavery as we knew it, civil rights, women's suffrage, they all had like projects. Now now they don't. They all have wars and attack foreign hostiles, like they built dams and highways. So though Obama was better than Trump and he's likable, he wasn't a remarkable president. He was a sandwich between two pieces of trash. Yeah. I agree. I mean, and let's not forget Bill Clinton was a piece of trash. So, there's been a lot of trash in that Oval Office. So, I mean, at least George Bush Jr. was just kind of like I think he was a pretty decent human being. He had kind of an alcohol problem for a while, and not the greatest president ever, but definitely succumbed to those neo what were those? The neoconservatives, where they're like, let's just take over Iraq, it'll be so easy. He trusted his advisors, like Wolfowitz, and the guy that's had 18 heart attacks and shot that guy in the face. How does that guy not die? I don't even get it. I'm not wishing him dead. I just don't understand how he doesn't die. What I'm saying is, and what's going to happen, what I'm saying is that obviously, I mean, even if you like Donald Trump, if you don't think that guy is a garbage human, you're lying. Or you're totally delusional. That guy is a garbage human. Now, I'm not talking about his policies or his ability to unite people, but like, he's a garbage human, like Bill Cosby's a garbage human. Well, Bill Cosby's is obviously a worse garbage human, right? But it doesn't mean that like Fat Albert and the Cosby Show, weren't amazing. And those stand-up routines weren't amazing. But he's a garbage human. Okay? Yeah, so Omi is right. Like, when was the last time any of them built anything that was going to benefit everyone for longer than any of us are alive? Okay, let's talk about that. I mean, I think we're doing some interesting things in space right now, right? We landed on a frickin' asteroid. Do you guys remember that? The time when we landed on an asteroid. Okay, wait. So look at this, people. October 20th, 2020, NASA just landed on an asteroid. NASA, the spacecraft, was successfully landed briefly on an asteroid before taking off again. It landed on an asteroid and then took off, hopefully grabbing some pieces of asteroid. Today at 6:10 p.m. Eastern, the van-size OSIRIS-REx, love the name, sent a signal that it had reached the surface of the asteroid, touching its surface for just a few seconds. By firing a puff of gas into the surface, scientists are now hoping the arm had scooped material. I can't believe we actually pulled this off, says Dante Loretta from the University of Arizona, the lead on the mission. Said shortly after the landing, this is history. This is amazing. Right? Okay? So I would say we're not doing stuff, right? So, I mean, I think we're doing cool, like space stuff. But are we... Okay, and the reason we went to the moon was... The only reason we went to the moon was out of a sheer terror that the Russians were going to get there. The Soviets were going to get there. Omi says, so now you guys all understand what it's like to love an abuser. It's hard as fuck. Yeah, there it is. You are so smart, Omi. Have I heard of the kinetic bombardment? I have not. Tell me a little bit about it. I have not. So, I mean, and then Brandy wraps it up wisely by saying, sadly, there's a lot of garbage humans, right? So, okay, I will, Omi. I'll check out. So, isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? That you want a leader that is good and kind and thoughtful. And then it comes to find out. Okay, hold on. I just got to know. Was Martin Luther King a womanizer? Let's just find out. Okay, so here's a scholar. I am an MLK scholar, and I've never been able to view King in the same light. Here we go. David Garrow, the Pulitzer Prize-winning biographer of Martin Luther King, has unearthed information that forever changed the legacy. When was this published? I can't tell. I don't know. In an 8,000-word article published in the Britain periodical Standpoint magazine on May 30th, Garrow details the contents of the FBI memo he discovered after spending weeks sifting through more than 54,000 documents located on the National Archives website. Initially sealed by court order until 2027, the documents ended up being made available in recent months through the JFK assassination record collection. The most damaging memos describe King witnessing a rape in a hotel room. Instead of stopping it, handwritten notes in the file says he encouraged the attacker to continue. A handwritten note. Now, I'm not saying this is true. I'm not saying anything other than I'm reading this. King was once thought of as a saint beyond reproach. After his death, it eventually emerged that he was a womanizer. If the FBI memos are accurate, I have good reason to believe they are, says this guy. We now have to ask the unthinkable, was King an abuser, and what might this mean for his legacy? Okay? That's all I am saying. I am not saying he is or is not. I am not an MLK scholar. But let me say this. It wouldn't surprise me in the least. Do you know Gandhi, total garbage human, made his 14-year-old niece sleep naked with him so he could test whether or not he had the will to not bang his 14-year-old niece? Genius, fucking genius. Gandhi's wife was dying, and he would not let her get medical treatment because God or something. When his wife dies, when Gandhi needs medical treatment, you know what he does? He gets his ass medical treatment. Garbage human. Must we swallow the bitter pill that we cannot accept, that we must accept the fact that all of our leaders are garbage humans? Or there's a high likelihood that they are. I'm reading a book about Dorothy Day. Dorothy Day is a Catholic anarchist, basically, early 20th century, mid 20th century. I'm reading, she's still alive in the 60s. Amazing human. But she tried to cover up her pre-Catholic life. She, at the end of her life, she hated anybody that brought it up. And her pre-Catholic life, she slept around. She loved being with the Bohemians. She was an intellectual. She loved sex. She had an abortion. She, I think, was married one time before. She got divorced. She was an intellectual communist Bohemian that lived in the village of New York. She hung out with all the coolest intellectuals of the 20s. The coolest times. And then at the end of her life, if you dared bring it up, she would slam the shit out of you. She wanted it to go away. Because I think of this, that she wanted to be the non-garbage human leader. But why? Doesn't the garbage human part of her connect us to all of us? That I'm a garbage human, and because Dorothy Day was a garbage human, it gives me hope that maybe I could aspire to be Dorothy Day. Whereas if Dorothy Day whitewashes her bohemian New York village lifestyle, that you're like, well, look, I had an abortion. I got divorced. I've done every drug imaginable. I'd sleep with anything that I could put my dick in. I loved it. So I can't now be Dorothy Day. Of course you can be Dorothy Day. Of course you can be Martin Luther King, who apparently maybe watched somebody get raped and encouraged the raper. Can you imagine? How are people going to deal with that? We had to cancel Bill Cosby because he drugged women and raped them. Obviously cancel worthy. But does it cancel his contributions to society? Because what I'm saying is, if it does, then we have to throw out everything Martin Luther King Jr. did, everything Gandhi did. And the only reason we don't throw out Jesus is because the written record is so sketchy on that guy. I wouldn't be at all surprised if he was some gay sex cult leader. Wouldn't be surprised at all. But does that lessen his message? This is what we have to ask. I'm coming back to these tungsten rods, Omi. And Omi drops the bomb of wisdom that's why ignorance is bliss. That's what I believe they're talking about when they're talking about making America great again. When we didn't look at the dirt. How many of us here were begged by our friends in Facebook to just stop talking? Stop yelling about Black Lives Matter. Stop yelling about racism. I don't want to hear it anymore. Because it hurts. because it shows the garbageness that is all of us. Omi goes on to say, if you didn't see this shit, you could be like, oh, yes, fearless leader, I trust you. Yes. And isn't that what they do? Like, aren't these like dictators, like the guy that's running North Korea? Isn't that like how he wants to be seen, as this like godlike creature? Perfect in every way? Because it's easier to follow you when you aren't a human. When you throw down and you're like, yeah, I like to test my sheer will by putting 14-year-old girls in my bed naked, you're like, gosh, Gandhi, that's good. Could we not talk about that? No, we need to talk about it. Because that's the truth. That's the truth. And if we cannot hear the words of Gandhi because he's a garbage human, I dare say we will never hear any words at all. Because if there's a litmus test that says we all must be pure of heart, before I can stand with you, we will stand alone. Was Richard Grass on here earlier today? Richard Grass stood up for homeless people in Akron. He got a first-degree misdemeanor, which includes a $1,000 fine and up to 6 months in jail. I don't think he's been convicted yet, but he probably will be, to say homeless people have a right to live somewhere. And what he's saying is all homeless people are trespassing because there is no place a homeless person can live. He was pointing it out. And let me tell you something. I went around, and I know a lot of lawyers. I have lawyers. I mean, like, I acquired lawyers like some people acquire like trading cards during this event. I got lawyers, man. I got lawyers. I went to all my lawyers and said, will you represent Richard Grass? And they said no. And do you know why they said no? It's because he's a bad client. Because once upon a time, Richard Grass cooked meth. He's a garbage human now. We can't have him be the face of homeless rights. That's why I'm the face of homeless rights. My lawyers said very specifically they investigated me because they did not want to dig up shit in the middle of their fight for my rights. They wanted what Martin Luther King wanted on the Montgomery bus boycott. He didn't want a young, unmarried, pregnant woman. He wanted an older, righteous, quiet, pure of heart woman. He let the first woman go who stood up for her rights because she wasn't the right woman. And then, when they found the right woman, who was the first woman to do the bus boycotts in Montgomery? Google will know what I'm talking about. In 1955, Claudette Colvin, a high school student in Montgomery, Alabama, boarded a city bus. Claudette Colvin, Claudette Colvin, Claudette Colvin. Her ride went without incident until she was asked to move to the back of the bus and give her seat to a white passenger. She refused, replying to the bus driver that it was her constitutional right to stay seated. For her refusal, Claudette Colvin was removed from the bus and arrested. A few months later, Rosa Parks, another Montgomery resident and a member of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, was traveling home on the bus. When Parks was asked to move, she refused, like Colvin was arrested. Claudette Colvin and Parks, along with other early protesters, sparked a year-long boycott. Okay? So, the deal is Claudette Colvin was a problem. Claudette Colvin. Before Rosa Parks, there was Claudette Colvin. Few people know the story about Claudette Colvin. When she was 15, she refused to move to the back of the bus and give up her seat 9 months before Rosa Parks did the same thing. Most people know about Parks and the Montgomery, Alabama boycott in 55, but few know that there was a number of women who refused to give up their seats on the same bus. Most of the women were quietly fine, and no one heard much more. Claudette Colvin was the first to really challenge the law. Now, a 69-year-old retiree, Claudette Colvin, lives in the Bronx. So, she was the first. Claudette Colvin was the first. And I think this is the woman I'm talking. Hold on. Claudette Colvin. I think. Yeah. For many years, Montgomery's black leaders did not publicize Claudette Colvin's pioneering effort. She was an unmarried teenager at the time and was reportedly impregnated by a married man. Claudette Colvin had said young people think Rosa Parks just sat down on a bus and ended segregation, but that wasn't the case at all. It was widely accepted that Claudette Colvin was not accredited by the civil rights campaigners at the time during her pregnancy shortly after the incident, and even with Rosa saying if the white press got a hold of the information, they would have had a field day. They called her a bad girl, and her case wouldn't have had a chance. See? Do you see what we do? You see what we do? We have to find the pure of heart. But the pure of heart does not exist. We are all garbage humans. But then Omi says the words, I want to be non-garbage. I want to be a non-garbage human. And that is it. That is the pivot. I am a garbage human. I'm not saying you are, Omi. I don't know. You seem like an amazing human. But I'll speak of myself. I am a garbage human. And I want to be not a garbage human. That's all. I want to be a positive force in the world. Okay? Omi says, I read too many books as a kid. I can live as many lives as possible, and the hero is always the unlikely one. Beautiful, beautiful. Fredrin Branch, honey, good morning and Happy New Year. Yes. Omi's dropping the wisdom today. Make America ignorant again really is the true slogan. Or make America blissfully ignorant again, maybe, huh? Kim Jong-un, right. Yeah. Okay, Omi said, listen to a podcast on the Kim Dynasty. So good, I highly recommend it. If you could drop the link or tell me the name of the podcast, I would love to know that. Not one person on my friends list said to stop. We stood together and agreed. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. It's hard, though, right? It's hard to hear the pain. And can't you appreciate the Make America Great Again people that are just like, my God, I can't take it. I'm not saying I'm against you. I'm just saying it's crushing my soul to deal with the pain and suffering. Oh, yeah, Kim even spread the rumor that he doesn't poop. That's true. That's a good point. He doesn't even poop. You're right. If anything, Omi says, everyone in power is squeaky clean, that they are so far removed from the struggles that they don't know what it's like, so they don't understand how to fix the problems. True. That's right. How about that very positive, powerful point? that if you are not a garbage human, you don't know what the real problems are. If you haven't come from garbage, how do you know what needs to be done? Omi says, I am not garbage. Trust me, I am garbage. The fancy kind of garbage. I also want to be a positive person. Yes. So, right? We want to send out good energy into the world. Okay. All right. Thank you for this podcast link. I will be saving that. I'm excited. So, isn't this the message? Okay, look. I've looked at a lot of religions in my life. And for a long time, I just gave up on religions because they are worthy of giving up on. Let's just be realistic here. The people that run the religions pretty much suck. I dare you to ask a minister, why do kids get cancer and die? I just sit back and watch them squirm. Just do it. Just do it. It's fun. It's a fun time. They can't answer it well. They will just talk and talk and talk until you forgot the question. No, Jim. Jeez, oh, Pete. Hi, Jim. Gee, minute. Okay, so Jim says, so Dickweed has a past that makes him a garbage human for standing up for your cause? No. Did you just get here? No, dude. What I'm saying is that I couldn't get, Robin, good morning and Happy New Year. I couldn't get my lawyers to stand up for Dickweed's case because he had a past. That he wasn't clean enough. He wasn't the right guy to stand up for homeless rights. That's what I'm saying. Jim walks in here all cranky. No! Jiminy Christmas. Yeah, I was wondering where Robin was. Omi says, Omiism is the true religion of the world. The rule 1 is always let at least one car out of the spot. Wow. That deserves to be on a piece of stone, Omi. Rule number 1 is always let one car out of the right spot in traffic. Wow. Wouldn't that be a lovely world? Wouldn't that be lovely? We're asking too much, Omi. You're asking too much. Omiism is too much. And then, of course, Omi is again correct with he has a past, so it makes him the best person for the cause. Exactly, it does. Because he is the true hero. The true hero is the broken hero, not Superman. Superman is ridiculous. Nobody can be Superman. Literally, you can't be Superman. You know? The true hero is the one that stands up even though they are broken. That's it. Yeah, right on, Jim. Yeah, so yeah, they didn't like Robin Hood at first either, right? I need to go watch that newest Robin Hood. I haven't watched it. But yeah. And then, did you guys see, hold on. Let's see. Tacoma Housing Now. I think that's what they're called. Is that what they're called? Yeah, okay. So check out these people. Okay, Tacoma Housing Now is a badass group. So what they did was they took over a hotel and basically was like, look, these people need housing. I got them indoors, city. This hotel doesn't have any good housing solutions, just pay for this hotel. And the city didn't do it, and all they did was get arrested. But I'm trying to find, there's a video. Let's see, where's this video? Yeah, I want you to listen and watch.
Well, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. What I'm hearing is you recognize they were concerned about the threats that they've been hearing and you'd been hearing, and concerned that they didn't want to evict you guys and not send you back out on the street. Providing opportunities should each of those people choose.
Yeah.
So the woman here is a spokesperson for Tacoma Housing Now.
It's a little wonky figuring out each resident's specific needs in the moment under pressure.
Yeah.
We had various different options for them and routes for them. None of them were as good as staying in a warm hotel room with a shower. I just think it's interesting that I'm still trying to wrap my brain around the fact that so many individuals are so angry that we've housed people who didn't have.
Okay, so she took people, she put them in a hotel, and this is what happens.
Have housing in a hotel where those rooms weren't really being used anyways. I'm just amazed that death threats are happening because
death threats.
Houseless individuals
they want to kill the homeless
are just
people.
Trying to be warm in the winter, and the only people trying to help them right now. The cities aren't helping them like they should be. This has been a pandemic. This has been an epidemic in our cities for longer than what it's been stated by the city. Most of the people in this situation right now are staying on top of what used to be a Hooverville. Like trash from Hooverville gets dug up. So this has been a problem for a super long time. So
there you go. So this woman made a stand, was like, look, city, you're not doing anything with your homeless population. So what she did was she rented 5 rooms at this hotel, and she paid for a couple nights, and then she stayed. And then, people are like, how dare you? How dare you do that? This is not how you do it. This is not how you do it. And then you can see, and then see, look, this is what Derek says. You've done more damage to housing advocacy than any right-wing activist. I hope your performance brought you lots of joy because the cost is enormous. So they are so vitriolically furious that she took over some hotel rooms. Vitriolically furious. So Philadelphia Housing Action. Please tell us what it is you have done to create housing and why you believe people taking direct action during the crisis is inappropriate. It seems as though people have tried to move government to action and not gotten results. So that's this Derek guy. Or no, that's Philadelphia Housing Action. We see that you're the vice chair of Pierce County's Board of Health. What have you done to create non-congregate housing for the homeless during the global pandemic? Bam! Dropping it on Derek. We understand Pierce County never applied for FEMA funding for prevention hotels. Woo! Come on, Philadelphia. We expanded shelter space and leased a hotel for quarantine isolation. There was additional housing payment assistance. FEMA currently is willing to reimburse counties up to 75% of the program costs for housing people in non-congregate settings such as hotel. This kind of housing is much more appropriate for people who are elevated. So look, my whole point is these people took direct action and got death threats. Now, I don't know if you remember, there was a guy in Akron who took his own property, took his own money, and got his friends together and chipped in their money and built a homeless tent village in an area you couldn't see from the main road on his own property with his own money, didn't want a single dime from the government. And you know what he got? Death threats. Death threats. Until finally the city could properly shut him down. I am here to... Okay, do you know what a football player gets when he bends the knee at the national anthem? Death threats. It does not matter what you do, a moderate or a radical on the other side will say you're not doing it right. And what they mean to say is, stop doing it. Make America great again when I don't have to be forced to look at the oppression and brutality and cruelty of my own country. You're making me uncomfortable. Stop it. I am so mad that you're making me look at this and deal with it that I want to kill you. Joyce, Happy New Year, honey. Yeah, of course, death threats, of course. Everybody, like, that's the answer everybody has. The actual activists who are making the change, me included, are like, we are doing nonviolent direct action. Okay, I have made it very clear that I will not hurt or kill another human being, ever, for any cause. It's my deontological constraint of absolutism. I will not hurt or kill another human being for the cause of even this human rights atrocity that is homelessness in America. I will not do it. But if I do one thing, they tell me they're going to kill me. Their direct action of murdering me makes sense. Okay? My direct action of taking a stand and pointing out the brutality and cruelty. Do you know what happened to me when I said fuck the police on a Facebook? Death threats. I can't say anything or do anything for the rights of the oppressed that doesn't therefore then equate to I want to kill you, Sage. Not one thing. So then I have to say to those people, since you're going to kill me anyways, why do I even bother having some sort of moral constraint of me not killing people? Apparently that's where you're ready to go. Apparently that's cool with you. Your moral agenda, you God-loving fuckers. Or I want to kill you. Praise Jesus' holy name. May I rest in peace and live next to the right arm of Jesus. I want to kill you, Sage, for standing up for the oppressed. And then you wonder why people are leaving Christianity. Because of you, asshole. Duh, you're ruining Christianity. It's you. It's not Jesus. You're ruining Christianity because you're fucking it up. Oh, I never know when I'm just going to freak the fuck out on these shows. Yeah, okay, let's roll this out on some sort of positive note. Omi says, I love people more when they realize their mistakes, not pretend they never made any. Isn't that it? Isn't that the forgiveness of Jesus? And let me say, I love the philosophy of Jesus. I love it. I hate the church. I hate it. I haven't seen a church I could even walk into without feeling like I'm going to combust from hypocrisy and evilness. The church itself, the very structure of the church is evil. St. Bernard's Church, who wants to remind me that they give out food, baloney, and shit to homeless people, wants $1.5 million to rebuild their fucking bell tower. You know what comes in a bell? A fucking iPod. Get a big speaker up there. Jesus Christ. You need to rebuild your fucking bell tower? Oh, this is not getting any better. I'm not being able to wind down. Okay. Okay. Anyways. That's the beauty, is the forgiveness. And may I say, there's a beautiful scene at the end of the new Wonder Woman movie. I wanted to get back to it, but it's late and I gotta go. About why Omi doesn't care for these. It's like sappy, weird stuff with the... I love superheroes. I love Star Wars and all these superheroes because they are as real as Jesus. Okay? All right, look. Jesus lives. We have living proof that he was on our timeline, probably. People saw him. That doesn't mean Luke Skywalker doesn't live in a galaxy far, far away long, long ago. We don't know. How do I know Luke Skywalker didn't exist and have powers from the Force? How do I know? Does that defy physics? Does the Force defy physics? I don't know. If it does, then obviously he didn't have powers. If it's questionable whether or not you can have Jedi powers based on the laws of physics, then I'm going to, until you tell me otherwise, believe that in a galaxy far, far away, long, long ago, there was a guy named Luke Skywalker that tried to make a difference. And I'm thankful he tried, because I watch him and it makes me want to try. So of course Luke Skywalker's real. Everything's real. Don't you know the multiverse, man? If it can exist, it exists. So of course there was Jesus. Of course there was Luke Skywalker. I don't know, again, if we're allowed to have Jedi powers. I'm going to have to look it up. If we can have Jedi powers, then he had Jedi powers. If he didn't have everything that could exist, exists. Believe it. And that's why Luke Skywalker is real, and that's why I love him. Now, did Neo in the Matrix exist? Can you be Neo and break through the Matrix in the law of physics? It's the only question I have, because if it's true that you can break through the physics like Neo in the Matrix, then of course Neo was real. He exists. And so does John Wick. Do you not understand, Sage? You're a true... you're beautiful. I love you. Action isn't what floats your boat, says Omi. Yeah, I dig that. Frank, when I realized God was watching me shower, ruined it for me. Yeah, I mean, right? Creepy old dude. Yeah, that is a little weird. Super sad the amount of possessions we own decides our worth. Isn't that funny, Brandy? You are so wise. You are all so wise. You are beautiful people. And what I want you to know is that yes, you have a past and you probably have a future that isn't all roses and sunshine, okay? But the mere fact that you want to try to be better, the mere fact that that idea pops into your head at all makes your existence critically important. Because then it's like a little pebble that drops into some still water and it echoes out. I want to try to be a good human, okay? And I know it makes other people think about being a good human. I know it does. And so when you try to be a good human, I know it makes people around you want to try to be a good human. Okay? That's it. I'm telling you, if you can hold that idea in your head every so often, once every 10 years, your life is worth living. You are a positive force in the universe. Okay? And that's why I like being around you guys, because you're beautiful, wonderful, wonderful, broken people like me, like all people, but you're not afraid to admit it. Ladies and gentlemen, did you answer the poll? No. Damn it. I didn't even freaking share the poll. Not published. Never mind. Stupid poll anyways. I hope Omi says, you have power, you set the barrel on fire. That's true. That's true. I do have power. It was like godlike, wasn't it? My mom didn't teach us to brush our teeth growing up. I told my kids they didn't understand that me having them brush their teeth once a day, too bad parenting, that they should do it 3 times a day. 3 times? Wow. And that I had a dream that my grandkids would brush their teeth 3 times a day. See, that's it. Teeth are so important. And if you can spread the good news of teeth brushing, think how your grandkids are going to succeed in life. They're going to get to eat bagels until they're 83. Once a day is bad parenting, says Omi, about brushing your teeth. See, that counts. If you just teach your kids that brushing your teeth is important and then they go on and they brush their teeth, you've done enough. Your life is fine. Anything else is just cherry on the top. Okay? I love you people. I love you. I love you. I love you. My wish for you is that you find happiness and peace. And you find every once in a while, when you can handle it, some growth opportunities. Because I can't lie to you, this year is not going to be easy all the way through. Maybe it'll be easy most of the time. Maybe it'll be hard most of the time. I don't know. And that's unfair. That alone should make you question what God's purpose for you is. But what I can tell you is, ooh, you got a Sonicare. You're going to love that, Aaron. Sonicare is amazing. What I'm going to tell you about God is you have a purpose. You have a reason for being. Your raison d'etre. And you don't know it. You don't know what it is. Okay, look, did you watch the documentary about Nirvana guy? Kurt Cobain. I wanted to say Brad Pitt, but I was able to recover quickly. Kurt Cobain, terrible childhood. His parents just gave up on him. And obviously he ended up killing himself, tragically, probably because he felt unloved by his parents. But you know what? They all had a purpose. And I'm sorry to say, Kurt Cobain led a life of incredible suffering so that we all could benefit from his message and his music. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's a martyr. He died for us so that we can benefit, just like Jesus, just like so many people. Is it fair? Is it fair that Kurt Cobain, that lyrical genius, had to suffer that way? No, it's not fair. But it's the way it had to be. And that's it. Our lives are the way they have to be. And every time you can have positivity and love and peace, cherish it, because it is a special, special gift. You have a great Sunday too, Omi. I love you all. I'm going to look up all your cool stuff, Rods from God. I'm going to check that out for sure, Omi. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful 2021. Do something special for yourself, like take a nap or watch a podcast or watch a video or just eat something or something that makes you happy. Okay, everybody. I love you. Bye.